What's up everyone, it's Coeval here. I've got a 10 alien game for you guys. This one is versus cornflake, and this is not part of the tournament, but I've just been doing a lot of practice games, specifically actually with cornflake or Slim Bill, which is his main. And this was a really close game, long, and yeah, competitive. So I wanted to share this, and you guys can get a taste for what types of books are used, and these are kind of two of the more generic mixes. So we're going to clear that out, and as you can see, we both start with flight prot, and I don't have as much speed as he does, so I don't get all the way to the side of the map. And I'm just going to tower out of his mud ball. Here, I'm thinking, I'm fine here. He's not really going to press with pebble, because then I just mud back. He does bring out the bank, and I want to prioritize killing the bank, which is something that you guys should be aware of. When you have a bank out, you want to make sure that you kill it as soon as possible. So that's why I went for the water ball, and it didn't quite kill the bank, but that's okay. He does go for the pebble after the fact, and then I decide to teleport away. Now, Bill is just going to push, and you might be inclined, oh, I could like flight up there and mud him. He's getting close, but I'm going to do my best to try and hide because he's got his blood bank out, and when you use any spell pretty much, but especially spells like Snowball and Water Ball, they're going to heal quite a bit when I'm damaged if he has his blood bank out. In this case, I was able to kill it, and then after I killed it, I gated. So if he were to push me, I can do some damage. I decided to go for a mud, and I get hit by this pixel right here. You see that? Yeah, kind of unfortunate. By the way, I hope everyone's having a happy holidays and Merry Christmas. I'm going to probably schedule this for Christmas Eve, or maybe the week after Christmas. So yeah, hope you're having a good time with your family. If Christmas is hard for you, hope you're getting through it fine as well. Here, I am going to do what I said I was going to do, just continue to stall and, try to prevent him from coming down here, but I made a mistake. I didn't quite see that little spot over there next to the Pegasus. He's able to go all the way down and then clock me in 10 seconds. That's pretty fast. So I made a blunder there, and he's able to get the clock off. But I feel like I'm okay. Now I can flash this out, maybe water ball it out, like get some space. He can't really approach me and go for like a double drain or another clock. Granted, a double drain wouldn't be that valuable because he's at 250, right? So I'm not too stressed at this point. I'm just going to continue to focus on chip damage. I know that I'm not really in an approachable spot, and he doesn't have so many prot that he can afford to approach me, right? He goes for the drain, but he aims it to the left instead of the right, so I actually get an undead Pegasus. This is not going to lose him the game or anything, but it's going to give me a chance to get a little bit of my momentum back, and I would argue now we're back to even pretty much. Because yeah, he got that step on me with the clock, and now I have an undead peg. So he actually basically queues here. He goes down to water ball, and here I decide to queue because, why not? He gets a queue, and basically what happens is that threw me off so hard that I queued back. And it's kind of a funny, funny how that works, because I have this kind of process in mind of, oh, he's going to do this, I'm going to do that, he's going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm sticking to that in my mind. I've only got 10 seconds when my timer goes to make that decision, right? But when he queues, I'm like, oh fuck, what am I supposed to do? Like, I wasn't anticipating that queue. What the heck? By the way, he almost hit the aura there, but nice movement. So that's why I kind of queued back, because I'm like, oh shit, he queued. What do I do? How do I take advantage of this? Oh my gosh, he queued. My heart rate goes up like 100, right? Yay, a queue, I can win now. And then I just fuck up immediately. So that's kind of why I queued there. A little bit of lack of calmness under pressure. And regardless, I feel like we're basically back to even. I'm making my own little hole for myself. and I have space to go get away from the aura. Here, check that out. Look at the blood bank positioning. The aura tick ever so slightly moves a unit when you're hit, and he put the blood bank just on the edge so that I could hit the aura, and then it'll move the blood bank over just to the right, just a touch, so I'm able to kill it, sink it. He goes for the water ball bounce, and you guys see that. Look how much the water kind of just, like, it melts through the land like butter, like a knife through butter. And that's a great way to apply pressure. And here he just goes for a clock. I did not see that angle. Look at that angle. Kind of wild that he went for that. It does look like a straight shot. Oh, it's easy, but you could so easily hit the tree, hit the land below, if you don't know the arc of a clock. And so this caught me off guard. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta somehow block that path. Okay, I'm gonna summon a Pegasus. And then I fuck up my jumps. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and mudball him, get out of that aura between the two auras. Nope, fuck that up too. So I said, okay, I gotta retreat. He goes for a snowball. Again, he's just like aimbotting pretty much. If you guys see Slim Bill in a game, just report him. Just kidding, don't report him. He's just not using an aimbot. But I said, you know what? Let me turn on my aimbot, and I'll do the same thing. So I tossed a clock. Then he tosses a drain, which is good. You're going to get 30 health, and you know that the tower is low. Might as well lob a drain, right? Because then you get free health. What's the point of lobbing a snowball, which has some RNG aspect to it when it's thrown far away? Doesn't always do a lot of damage. Sometimes does like next to no damage. So here, I made a blunder with the Maelstrom. I should have like done a tree or maybe gated away, because he's able to push me with the clock, and now I'm just absolutely fucked. I've got 56 health, and I'm trapped. His Maelstrom's on cooldown, but it's going to come off in 2 turns, and I have to get space, flight and prot, say a prayer, hope that Arma doesn't fuck me over too. There's a lot of things that have to go right at this point, but I'm still in the game. I'm not dead yet. And here, I'm going to do as I said, flight prot. Like I said in my last video, actually, I haven't actually published that yet, but I'll be posting more 10 Alien content soon. And in those videos, I'll be talking about how when you're doing a generic versus generic matchup, you're going to basically be zoning the player with Aura, with Maelstrom, waiting for endgame to like knock them off the map with like a Sky Ray or something like that, right? Trying to pressure the opponent's prots with like a Phantom. Those are the different strategies that you see in 10 Alien. So here, I blundered with the Maelstrom, he pushed me with the clock, and I'm in a pretty dire situation. I've got to get my Pegasus out to help stall, use my trees wisely. I wanted to get out here and push him to sink him, because he's only at 35 health. I feel like I could make that ground and maybe hit him with a water ball, or just engage the thrusters and get mid-map and sink him if I'm super fast. He tries to push me and actually Qs, which happens when you push. I try again because I'm thinking, oh, maybe the Arma hit the star, hit the land, but it didn't. So he tries to push me in Qs, doesn't really hurt him too much because he's able to come down here and hit me with the clock. And I'm at 6 health. I somehow survive, which is insane. And I don't get hit by the Arma, he does, and I have my prop back up. So we're still in it, boys. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, Coeval. Let's do this. So he sinks, and he teleports back in. Again, what's your mindset when you're in this situation? Just stall hard. But I see that the stars have knocked him, and I go for the water ball sink him again. He loses health because of his gate. So now all of a sudden, like, we're in business. And I've got a trick here. I'm going to tree him and then Maelstrom, if I have it. Do I have it in this book? I don't remember. I think I do. But regardless, he's now stuck in the middle of the map. I'm going to zone him with Aura, give out some good damage. And a nice trick in 10 Alien, actually this lower portion of the map here, it doesn't really see many stars, much of the Arma. A lot of it comes from the mid-map, up high, very high on the map. So I'm just, camping out the very bottom pretty much, and you notice that land to the right of me is not really being hit. Even toward the late game, we're at turn 37 now. It's just not being hit. Look at all that. It's from the top half of the map. So I'm just going to chill down here, use Pegasus as a bit of a shield. You could go for a drain, but it's not really that useful. Like, you know, as far as turn efficiency goes, you're healing 6 health because of the way drain works. When you're below 30 HP, you just heal double of what your health is. So, or you heal the amount equal to what your health is, and your health doubles. So I would go to 12. So I think Prot is a much more defensive move, and it gives me a better chance to win. I've got more health, right? So I do have Maelstrom, and I choose to do Maelstrom once he towers to force the D-tower, which is another great strategy. And here again, he's got a bank out, so I'm really low health. I've got 6 health with just some prots. I'm again going to stall, and at this point, so what if he drains? I don't care. My goal is to survive. Maybe the Arma can fuck him over at some point, right? So I'm going to bring my Pegasus out in case I want to drain it at some point, and I kill his bank so he doesn't feel inclined to push me. By push, I just mean, like, you know, go aggressive. So he's going to bring out another bank. And here I'm waiting for my protection shields to come back on, right? So that I can just keep stacking those. Here I decide to summon a Pegasus just to help stall. Pegasus is a great stalling minion, especially in 10s. Also some drain food. Protection from aerials, which he doesn't happen to have any aerials in this particular book, which helps me. So I'm going to move my Pegasus a bit, probably not even that necessary, but just in case I need to drain it. And then I know that I have a prop backup, so I'm going to use that. And here again, if I'm Bill, he's just making good moves. He's got to stay away from the Arma, build up his protection shields, get a bank out so that he can push me. He knows I'm low health. The problem is, actually having less health but more prots in this situation is really good. Because let's say he goes out to the open, pushes me, clocks me, and sinks me, then the Arma sinks him. So he might be able to teleport back in if he has time. If he doesn't teleport back in and he queues, I teleport back in, then he teleports back in, and now I have an advantage. So he's got to be really careful. If I come out and I have 115 prot, few of the stars can hit me, I won't D-tower, or I won't D-prot. But even if he's at 250 and he has 20 prot, he's going to sink first, and there's such little map left that even if he's at, 5,000 health, okay, maybe not 5,000, even if he's at like 200 and I'm at 50, when he gets sunk, he's got nowhere left to teleport. I can just knock him with the Ray, Maelstrom, knock him again, and then he gates in. He loses a lot of health. So, yeah, you're seeing that play out. It's just like pandemonium at this point. So many stars. I want to go back to the bottom of the map. Maybe prop back up, but I think it's on cooldown. So again, I'm just basically bringing out Pegasus, bringing out Protection Shield on cooldown, and protecting myself from the Arma. Again, the bottom, like 10th of the map is really a sweet spot to go in the long run for Alien World. Doesn't really get hit by many of the stars. As you can see, they all come from the top. And there he gets deflighted. I meant detowered. And he just wasn't sure what to do there. He queues, not a huge deal. He might have not had tower on off cooldown, or maybe he didn't have his flight prot up, so he had not really any moves. Now here I think that's a blunder because he needs to go to the bottom of the map, and he is going to get hit here. Probably go like where I'm pinging in that bottom corner. And look at that double bounce, clutch, let's go. Nice. I think I had a similar like double or triple bounce into a water in one of my other videos that reminded me of it. A clutch sink or something like that. Anyway, he gets the double soft bounce off of the Ray and sinks into the water again. And here is another sort of trick in Alien World. Not trick, but just a tactic, where Maelstrom is super valuable. As you can see, the map is pretty much gone, so if you teleport in off a sink, you tree the opponent, then you cast Maelstrom. They have no gate, so they can't do shit, and they basically get sunk again, and they lose a ton of health. So we'll see if I can clutch this up. So he is now sunk. He could teleport in that tree over there after I prot up. And now look at my prots. What is that? 134? That's a lot. So here I have Ray up, I think. Maybe it'll sink him. I went for the water ball and actually fucked it up. Look at that. That's just 12 damage. That's so bad. God. So that's tragic. I probably should have gone for a Ray or just like a Mega Boulder. But instead, I go for the water ball. I go for another water ball. And of course fuck it up again. But then the stars sink Bill. And I'm able to actually do what? Do you guys see the winning move here? I'll pause it. So I've used, I think, this spell before in the game. I've got 100 health. What could I do? If I Mega Sui, it draws. I could flash, but there's so many pixels, there's land under him, that could be kind of risky. So we'll see what I do. Give you guys a chance to guess. And I clock for the win, and I have 10 health left. 4 prots. If one cog hits me, I think I do lose because it's 100. But I had just guessed, okay, 1 cog, it'll go in the water, right? It'll be fine. Get very lucky at the end and just stick it out with 6 health. Great comeback versus Cornflake. He's a formidable opponent. He actually destroys me, but I've just been grinding against him over and over and just trying to hone my 10 skills, right? I'm a 60s player. The 10 Alien tournament is happening, right? Again, this wasn't a tournament game, but hope you guys enjoyed this epic comeback. Happy holidays, and see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.